Namaste. Are we still relevant? This is the question that continues to challenge me. Challenge Sopar and Bala Vikasa that with my wife we founded more than 35 years ago to help the poorest of the poor of India. Now, in this fast-changing world of globalization, emerging countries and social medias, relevancy obliges us to realize that we cannot do business as usual. It is true for the civil society, of which Bala Vikasa is a dynamic player. It is also true for the corporate and business world. In this fast-changing world, business as usual is a non-starter. Let's look around the world. The business community is aware that business as usual does not make sense. As says Harish Manwani, CEO of Unilever, the traditional 3Gs model based on consistent, competitive, and profitable growth is now being replaced by a 4Gs growth. Consistent, competitive, profitable, but also responsible growth. A new paradigm is now created. The aim of business is to create value, not only the economic, but also the social. Now, good business means to be socially responsible. All over the planet, the big corporations, but also the small and medium-sized enterprises, are beginning to take social responsibility very seriously. In its cover page, the website of Bala Vikasa, Vikasa International Center, makes this case using statistical data provided by the Global Corporate Sustainable Report 2013. In Chapter 2 of Bala Vikasa Social Responsibility Series 1, we can also read a number of case studies on CSR activities in India and in the world. Showing a new attitude, everywhere, employees, especially the young, want to see social responsibility from the corporations they are involved with. Customers and suppliers are demanding it. Shareholders want to be ensured that their companies are really socially impacting the community. Governments are also creating incentive and legislations to bring the business world into the fold of social responsibility. As we know well, in India, CSR is mandatory for all companies according to Bill number 121C, approved by Lok Sabha on December 18, 2012. While social responsibility is more and more recognized as a value added to business profitability, special attention should be given, especially in India, to social entrepreneurship. With about half of its population still under the age of 24, India needs to absorb from 10 to 12 million new jobs to the labor market each year for at least the next decade. Governments and big corporations, having reached their limitation on job creation, it is actually recognized that the problem of unemployment would have to be handled by a dynamic and vigorous entrepreneurship sector being socially responsible. While it becomes obvious that being good corporate citizens adds value to business, difficulties remain in their entireties. A number of CSR evaluations show that although generally quite good at making profit, businesses are not really equipped to generate social impact in the community. Oftentimes, there is a lack of communication between the company and the community at the grassroots. Business seems to favor a top-down and a narrow approach that, in the long run, discourage community participation. There is little expertise and knowledge for capacity building and in working with local communities. Being new in the field of community development, companies know little about approach and methodologies to achieve long-term sustainability. For all these reasons, following a thorough analysis of its internal and external environment and of its strengths and limitations, Bala Vikasa has recently decided the setting up of its new Vikasa International Center for Social Entrepreneurship and Business Responsibilities. Reading the signs of the time, the mission of Bala Vikasa, Vikasa International Center, VIC in short, will be the fostering of an alliance between the civil society and the business and entrepreneurial community. This new initiative of Bala Vikasa is in line with the vision that with my wife I had 35 years ago, and which continues to motivate us and the thousands of people partnering with us. This vision is still relevant for us after all these years. I want to share it with you. We long for a just and peaceful society in which each individual and each community is empowered and self-reliant, where human dignity, equal rights, and equal opportunities are enjoyed by all. Vandanam.